What is going on, guys? Now, this is the greatest issue so far in, like, even though we're only on, like, issue 4 in this, like, reboot part of Miles Morales The Ultimate Spider-Man, this is by far one of the best issues since he started way back in issue 1, like, last year or something like that. So, yeah, and, of course, many of you in the comments in my last video were saying that you've seen the cover for issue 4 and all that, and you were saying how Peter Parker and Miles Morales are going to fight. Well, I replied back saying that the covers of comics don't really mean anything, and by the way, I was right. Miles Morales and Peter Parker do not fight. I'm clearing that up now. Just for you guys that thought that they were going to fight just because of the cover, yeah, they don't fight. Comic covers are genuinely just to draw the audience in, so say like Miles Morales and Peter Parker are fighting on the cover there, it basically just means that them characters are in the comic. It doesn't mean that they're actually going to fight. Same reason with Ultimate Spider-Man issue 3, which was the previous issue. It's shown Green Goblin actually strangling Miles Morales, whereas in the actual comic, Miles Morales and Green Goblin didn't even fight in that comic. So yeah, it's just to draw the audience in and stuff like that. So that's just for you guys that, you know, interested in comic covers in the future and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, before we dive straight into this issue, I actually want to announce the winner of the Ultimate Spider-Man issue 3 digital code giveaway that I set in the last issue. And yeah, it's this guy on screen now. The reason why I chose this comment was because he basically hit the nail on the head with this. It was insane how he got it kind of so right, but not at the same time. I don't know. You'll see in the comic later, but yes, we'll see, okay? So let's dive straight into the comic. Congratulations to the guy that's won, and I will have your code with you in 24 hours. So yeah, congratulations, and now let's get into it. Alright, so straight away it kicks off right from the previous issue, and in case you don't remember, let's just jog your memory a bit. Miles actually revealed his identity to Kate Bishop, and just revealed it straight out, like, told her that he's Spider-Man, mainly because he wanted to trust her and he didn't want to keep lying to her and stuff like that. Now, in case you don't know who Kate Bishop is, she's Miles' girlfriend. And also this blonde girl that's here, this is Kate's, I think it's her older sister. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's her older sister. It seems like her older sister and stuff. So yeah, but I thought this was so shocking. Like, I completely didn't expect this to happen, but I suppose it was for the best, and maybe it'll create some more interesting situations in the future. But she just straight out tells her sister that Miles is Spider-Man. Like, obviously she was a bit hesitant and stuff like that, but I thought it was really interesting how, you know, how you basically tell your big sister everything. Like, I wouldn't know because I'm an only child, but you know what I mean. But I kind of feel like her older sister is like going to sabotage their relationship a bit, like not on purpose, but you know, as in it's the right thing to do, because Kate will be in trouble and she'll be in danger if Miles is Spider-Man and Spider-Man's going to die and stuff like that, and it's always going to be stressful. And obviously Kate's older sister knows better right now, like, but you know, it's pretty crazy. But I thought it was so good that obviously Kate had to tell someone, and who else would it be other than her older sister? I thought it was a bit soon to tell her, because literally she's only just got home, but I don't know why she's crying all the time. I mean, if my girlfriend was like, I don't know, revealing herself to be like Spider-Woman or something, I'd be freaking out, like going crazy as in a good way, not running off and crying. I'd think that's insanely awesome. So yeah, it basically cuts away to where the issue 3 previously left off, with Miles Morales and Goblin confronting each other in the same exact spot Peter Parker lost his life 2 years ago. I think it is in the comic now, if I remember. In the comic universe, it's 2 years ago, I think. And yeah, it's basically just Goblin explaining how he knows that Miles is Spider-Man and stuff like that. And there's this massive fight going on, and this is what we've been waiting for. This is where the cliffhanger had us going crazy, because it ended just before they started fighting at the end of issue 3, but it's here and it is awesome. This is what we've been waiting for, right? And I'd actually say that Miles is actually pretty good at this, and of course he actually used his new spider powers, because obviously Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man, Peter Parker, didn't have the power to go invisible, and he didn't have the venom sting and stuff like that. Now, just like every other villain, Green Goblin actually believes that Spider-Man's run away, when actually he's gone invisible and he's hitting him over the head with like a car or a bus or a bin or whatever the hell he used. But from my perspective, it actually looks like Miles Morales is kicking Goblin's ass right now. It looks so sick. And I actually really like this part of the comic. It actually cuts away to Ben Urich, gang, all the detectives, J. Jonah Jameson, Kate Bishop, Gwen and Aunt May, Mary Jane, all watching it on the news and just being absolutely flabbergasted at Miles Morales beating the crap out of Goblin in the exact same spot the original Spider-Man died. Now, of course, there's a lot of like shock and extra precautions being taken now because, of course, the first Spider-Man died here, so all the police are like turning up and stuff. But what I really liked was the fact that this woman called the police earlier in the comic, and the police actually didn't believe her that Spider-Man and Green Goblin were fighting in the exact same spot the original Spider-Man died. Anyway, moving on, the greatest entrance ever. Peter Parker throwing out some lame joke that, of course, is going to annoy Goblin. He's just stood there in his original Spider-Man suit, and we have every single person just absolutely in shock. And Mary Jane looking out the window there, and Goblin just can't believe his eyes that the real Peter Parker Spider-Man is back. He's even questioning how he's still alive, which is just awesome. The fact that Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, didn't know that the original Spider-Man was alive as well is just so good. And especially the reaction from the public and the crowd and all that. And yeah, it actually looks to me that Peter Parker's actually finding it quite easy to fight Goblin this time. So I don't know whether he's been in training or what, because some people did give some interesting theories as to why Peter Parker's still alive, saying that Nick Fury actually kept Peter alive or brought him back to life somehow, and actually kept Peter Parker in hiding whilst he trained him. And obviously Peter Parker's come out of hiding now, coming back to fight the Green Goblin now that he's all trained up and stuff like that. So that's something I think that we can look at in terms of how Peter Parker may still actually be alive, because I actually prefer that. I think that sounds awesome. So yeah, and then after Peter Parker has pretty much taken down the Green Goblin, Miles Morales just runs up and gives him like a quick tap on the ankle. And just the dialogue here, I don't know whether it was the humour or the dialogue or what, but something so simple yet it works. Just this part where he's like, wait, nope, just wait, no, wait for it, no, wait, and then it happens. The Venom Blast that was used on Peter Parker back in Ultimate Spider-Man issue 2, like a few months ago, something like that. Yeah, he used it on Green Goblin, and basically he exploded. That's the easiest way to say it. But one thing that I think is just so cool is still that the crowd's reaction and the public's reaction and stuff like that, basically yelling to them that they have to put their hands in the air and stuff, because obviously everyone's in shock that the real Spider-Man is back. Now, we still don't know whether it's a clone, but something that I really love about this is that Aunt May says that she feels and knows that it's the real Peter Parker. Somehow, she knows that it's actually him. And then we just cut to Gwen and Aunt May crying, and then the comic ends. One of the best cliffhangers ever. No, I'm seriously just going to give this comic a 10 out of 10. This is one of my favourite comics so far in the Ultimate series, especially because not only the story but the cover even looks interesting, and the part where they're just holding their arms up in the air at the end and they're just like, so this is it then, we're getting arrested, and so that was awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I genuinely feel that this is the real Peter Parker that's come back to life, and I hope to God it's not a clone. If it's a clone, then I'm just going to be so disappointed. It'd make so much more sense and much of a better story if it was the real Peter Parker. Maybe if they work together. So obviously Miles Morales somehow has to get his web shooters back, and it's just going to be awesome. Maybe I can't wait for the comics ahead. But yeah, so anyway, one thing I want to point out though is that some of the people that are like, why are they bringing Peter Parker back and stuff like that, I don't know whether you've heard, but Dan Slott, the writer for the Amazing Spider-Man comics, he's actually creating a comic series called Spider-Verse. Now, I've made a few videos on this, so I'll leave them in the link in the description, but this Spider-Verse thing is actually where a villain called Marlon is travelling to each dimension and defeating every single Spider-Man in the universe. So he's travelling to like the Ultimate Universe, the 616 Universe, Spider-Man 2099 Universe and stuff like that, killing every single Spider-Man. and every Spider-Man in existence has to come together to defeat this villain pretty much. So I think that Peter Parker has come back just in time for the Spider-Verse to kick off, in case you guys didn't know. So yeah, and once again, congratulations to the guy that won the Ultimate Spider-Man issue 3 digital code. I will be getting that to you within the next 24 hours of this video going up. And yeah, again, 10 out of 10 for this comic, one of my favourite comics in the Ultimate series. I'm going to frame this on my wall or something, it was so good. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, please hit the like button if you like my video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more, and also don't forget to leave a comment, let me know what you guys thought of this issue and what you guys wanted to happen as well, maybe you wanted something else to happen, I don't know, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video.